Okay, we're getting started here. I'm sorry I'm a little bit late. It's just been a busy day. 5:13 p.m. On October 26th, 2021. The reason this day was picked for two reasons. One was Shah's birthday, the Shah of Iran. In Iranian calendar, 4th of Aban. That was his birthday. And my dad was avid follower of him and one of his pilots, and so on and so forth. And Shah was very grateful to him and our family, and as a reason, that's why they sent us to U.S. My brother had some eye surgery needs, and the Shah felt that my dad would do a better job even to be near Walter Reed, and so he had a diplomatic job in Washington. Of course, my dad, you know, his allegiance to the country goes without question. But anyhow, he actually protested it, saying, "I'm a trained fighter pilot. That's a desk jockey." And he goes, "Well, you know that flights are just flight long term." He says, long distance. Don't you want to have a better Air Force? I need a pilot over there. Go there. We're going to buy new aircraft. You got to be there and you got to take care of your son. That's why I'm here. Otherwise, I would have been in Tehran right now, on a little corner, making some kebabs for somebody. Seriously, seriously. So, no, needless to say, I took advantage of what was offered to me. I worked hard. There's no question about that. But we got to get a break from him. So, also in 1998, I wrote the first code of a put call ratio because I was given up on the systems of platforms I'm looking at, especially TradeStation, because TradeStation offers you a very robust indicator and system, and there are a couple other categories. Doesn't matter, like show me and this or that, but mainly indicator and systems and functions, subroutines. Yeah. So development, backtesting, and automation. Of course, since then, I mean, I got in there at 93, 94. We have now the integrated data. Before we were using eSignal. Longest story. Within 3 years of starting that, I had zero returns. Actually, I had negative returns. Cost of data, the money I lost, family money with me and my ex-wife, and the cost of data, long distance phone calls, because we were in LA and the support was in the plantation, Florida. So long story short, I said, wrong. The path is wrong. If these indicators are any good, why are they giving it away for free? Get out. You got to do this new. You got to get fresh, clean sheet of paper. Remember at Northrop when we did something? When we built the B2? We didn't build the XP49. No. We started with a clean sheet of paper. But we integrated different technologies. That was my quest. It started back in like 95, 96. My friend Marshall has been here. You guys know that, Marshall Freed. We developed the IB, the high and low stuff that we got being used here in this system, and we get data. I mean, I'm saying indicator work and development, and then I wanted to take also a level out of the TradeStation environment, not just price and volume. I knew there was a pressure from options. My background was option. I was a student of people who did. If you go here, you see these are the people who finished Black-Scholes model. These are professors of mine. Where am I? Where's my mouse? Okay, there we go. Who finished Black-Scholes model. If you go there, I did not work with Fisher or Martin Schultz or Fisher Black, but everything below that, I spent a lot of time with. And so with that background, I said, well, let's put call is doing. What does put call ratio is doing? The fellow in the Wall Street Week, Dr. Zwick, he had come up with put call ratio, but back then we didn't have internet, we didn't have speed, we didn't have CPU, nothing real time. So end of the day, he would look at, or I'm saying, early in the morning, he would look at the newspaper, Wall Street of yesterday, and look at the put call ratios on the S&P 500. I'm saying 100, the OEX. And by hand, he would compute that. Well, so that's where it started. Writing of that code in real time and dollar weighted. You can't be a me too. You have to do something different. It was dollar weighted by 500 names. Major undertaking. It started on October 26, 1998. I had a very hot date that night. A lady I'd met, girl. I mean, we went out for about 4 years after that. She was really my soulmate afterwards. That was my first date with her too. So I started this thing, and then we went out, and the rest is history. 2 years later, I got this from Mary Thompson, the Nostradamus, because that system was so good. You would see, it's in the book, in my book, I explained that, how you would see the future. Okay? Why? Because activities are happening in Chicago on the option side because of the settlement issue. You're selling every day in Chicago where stock sales are 3 days forward by 1998. When I started, it was 5 days. That would pressure that. Okay? This is our approach. Follow the money and some logic that you're holding to. It's not my personal intuition, my IQ, or the Tico said, buy them, daddy. No, you got to have some data to show that. So fast forward to now, in 2002, we introduced a couple of indicators. Hold on, and they're again part of our basic happy package, CI and DCI, the double CI. Okay. A lot of you guys know what CI has done. If you look at any of our charts, you've seen it. This is a mainstay of what we have done over the years. DCI was 2 input. A lot of people played with it. We turned off the inputs on CI, so you couldn't play with it, because when you play with it, you got to curve it. And we have a lot of those guys. They just want to have an optimized solution to current data they're looking at. If not, it's no good. Well, that's not how the market works. What you're looking at is history. If the price ticks, this NDX is history already. You need to figure out what's happening in the next bar. To look forward, you need a different type of stuff to look at, like a leading indicator, like a CI time. So CI and DCI went there. Didn't do much with DCI until a couple of years ago. I read a statistical journal article, and I said to myself, you know what? A lot in here reminds me of DCI. Why don't I go there and see what can be done there? Hold on, let me bring this right chart up. Okay, now, okay, let me close that. 1 second. Hold on. No. Why am I getting this? Hold on, let me close this. There you go. All right. And so, no, I don't have it here. Where do I have it to show you? Let me open one of these. Hold on. So, longer story short, let me go to DMZ. Yeah, I need to open one of these. Hold on. Mm-hmm. Bear with me. Okay. This could have it. Yes, there you go. Okay. Let it load. We're loading it. Okay, hold on. What is it doing? Okay, there we go. Okay. All right. So, right there, should we give you a quick view? Not exactly what we're using now. Obviously, I'm going to show that. But this is what the concept was. DMZ, which is the derivative of DCI. I'll call it DMZ because demilitarized zone. Let me take the MBS out of this but for a moment. And then you have these bubbles, okay? As the price action goes through these bubbles, let's go a little bit slower so we can see that impact. You could see what happens. Market opens. When these things break, watch out. The moves are huge. The moves are not a joke. So we had to come up what these mean, build the rules and so forth. Take that into account. Next, we went into the option side. Okay, and that's not that's DWAC. Forget that. Let me go to our scanner. One more chart. 1 second. They're interrelated. Okay. Here you go to watch screen. I'm going to hit, let's say, Tesla. Okay. Go back to this chart. Okay. You could see what the lines are. Okay. Now that's not going enough up and down. Why don't we go to another chart, which probably is going to be a trade for tomorrow, guys. Okay, hold on. Which is hold on. There we go. Let's go to Piton. Piton should be one of those. Not PayPal. What are we doing? The market cap? No. Hold on. Oh, let's do Z-score. By the way, there's an upgrade on Z-scores coming, so we'll send you one. But pick a name. Let's do NVIDIA. Okay. This will be built from the DMZs. You can see it up there. So that was the next evolution. We go here, and there we go. You can see what's happening. So let's do this. This is what I'm talking about. Okay. So we have DMZ. That's a high, all-time high. Let me deactivate that for a moment so you get some clarity. Okay, that's the exponential moving average. This is 50. This is 200. But mainly is what's happening inside, and this is of course daily. But you could see how we go now. Let me go to like 60 minutes. Hold on. No, it doesn't want to go there. Hold on. 60 minutes. You would see, I'm trying to show the stress as it said. See what's going up there? It's going to a sell. It goes too far up. You see this one? Went to a buy. They sold it, and hit volatility. That's what we put our option trades on. That's what we have returned what we have returned. And people are saying, how do you do this? I know the interactive, the broker for the interactive called me. He says, how is this thing possible even? I said, well, there we go. I said, well, you're getting the trades, you're getting the entries, and you're getting the exits, okay? What I do in between, that's my business, not yours. Your job is to execute them, okay? In a nice way, obviously. But this is what we're using. So that was the next iteration of this, all right? So as we developed this and released it, and we launched it, the option package. As you know, I got very sick, not because of COVID, but right about the time the COVID vaccine was coming out for Southwest Florida. I got very sick because lack of sleeping. My sleeping messed up, and it was a bad cycle. I had to break it. We lost some clients. Some people got they thought our business. I said no. We'll let you know. Somebody will let you know if something happens to me. But no, I'm good. But I said, okay, you know what? I need to come back. I got to do it right. So why don't we think about what we have in our operation that we worthwhile? One was obviously the option package. The next derivative was, hey, if we're doing for options, I'm a derivative guy. I'm not going to trade stocks. Too slow for me. I want to be wrong quickly. Are you with me? If I'm wrong, I want to know quickly. I don't want to sit there. I don't believe in hope and prayer. I don't do that. Too much Maxwell equations, too much quantum physics when I was very young. So no hope, no praying. What I need to know is what this my system is doing and why. And more importantly, can I train myself to be following the system? One thing is to have a system. The other one is be able to follow it. And that needs discipline. So I looked around to see who got disciplined, and guess what? On Facebook, there are a bunch of my dad's buddies who are still alive in there, but they're high up age-wise, that were in the Gulf War, not Gulf War, prior to that, Iran-Iraq War. And these were Phantom and F-14 pilots. They have a lot of gun camera footage, okay? And so they refer me, Farry, go and look at this. Farry, thanks to your dad, we got their 14s. Otherwise, there would be no Iran today, that kind of stuff. But that was instrumental. He had 14 for Iran. And so, long story short, I watched that to see what the discipline means. You know why? Because there's a missile coming at you in your rear. If you make one mistake, you're done. You got a few seconds left. So I've been training myself with that at night sometimes. And the other thing is my experience with Goldman Sachs. The best traders were Hasidic Jews because they follow instructions like you won't believe. Some of them also actually came from Israel, lived in that environment where you have to be on the watch out constantly. Your neighbors don't like you. Okay, well, it doesn't matter if you're fault or not. I'm not judging that, but because your neighbors don't like you, you're always on alert. That's what trading is. Yeah. So what I try to do is look. Let's do what would make sense here. Build a system, and I'm happy to report to you that we have something. Let's see. Oh, okay. Build a system. We can follow it, and then the task becomes how instructable we are and what discipline we have to follow those instructions. By the way, it hasn't been easy. Okay. Not the trading part. No. But some of the interactions with others and get everybody on the same page. All right. No. Now, I have been sending some pictures out showing what we have done. Let's see. What was the one we had? What was it? The 18 was it? I think it was the. I forget. Was it 18? You've got the emails. Here's what happened today, for example. Okay, another positive day. It went long. Okay, it went long. It came in. As a matter of fact, I have a live chart to show you. Took one out, and the other one was stopped out. Okay. Now, what are the rules here? I'm saying before we get there, the issue we had after we built the better screen and we did the options, we went here. We went to one solution. Okay, one solution fit all. Doesn't work. Does not work. And here's the issue. Let me get this out of the way. Let's go to an actual chart here. No, sorry. Wrong chart. Hold on, let me go back. I was the right chart here. Sorry. Boom. Okay, here. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now, this is the one. That's today. Okay, that's today. You see when it went long. Now, what we found out that when we get to this level, I'm sorry, that part is not here yet. I'll get to it. With the colors, that the let me put this one on. Yeah, okay. If you put this on and let's say 3 minutes, okay, and you get these fancy charts up. Now, what we found out is what applied to in the morning is very different than what happens after the first hour. So when the IB finishes, IB's initial balance, by 10:30 you have totally different animal. Why? You have a gap up or gap down into the open, okay? But it's a continuous pricing, it's not that deep. And you have news at usually 8:30, all times are Eastern here. And then maybe one at 9:45 and one at 10. Because of that, you have a different animal in this part of the day versus what happens after that. Notwithstanding what? News. We're trading charts. We're not trading news. We don't have access to the news. We don't want to be involved with the insider trading. We're looking at charts. I want to be clear here. Notwithstanding news, this is what the system does. Nobody can predict the news. On put call, I could tell a news was coming, like a not necessarily company. I mean, index specific, but more company specific. And if you go back to my books, you see probably 10 examples of it where people fought me. They told me where you came back from. Came back where you came from. Go back to where you came from. That was the rude ones. But you also had people like Tom Costello saying, Farry, can't be. Like when Ashcroft took I think it was John Ashcroft, the DOJ, AG at DOJ, saying in like June of 2001 that we're going to stop this Microsoft antitrust thing. Well, somebody knew. Putcall was showing that. So it's stock specific, not. Or what was the guy with the $6,000 shower? What was the guy? Tycho? Yeah. We knew Tycho. When I said sell this sucker, there's a problem here on a Thursday on Yahoo. It still is there if you go back. They got on my case like, you must be short. I said, no, I have no stock. I would always post. I don't have a position in this one. Well, by Monday, 40% of the stock was gone. Gone. And everybody says, what's your website? I said, I don't have a website. I didn't. I said, it's open. Here's the URL. But I mean, there's no, how much it cost? Nothing. Go there. Take a look. If you want, take a look. So, that we could do news. Here we cannot. This is index. We can't do that. So, but we know news items are coming in terms of events or in terms of economic events, not what's coming out of the White House or from China or whatever. But economic news, we know what the schedule is. We know what FOMC is. We know option expiration. That's about it. Anyhow, so we had to split it. This is what happened. We come here. Okay. So 2 items were created. One was the first hour, which is ORB. We call it ORB, opening range breakout. Now we have been showing this. We're on version 3.04. We have been showing it live. Obviously, the backtest look good, but we have not optimized it. I'm going to be very clear, guys, and we will at some point. It's not. It actually doesn't need to, in my opinion. When I got into trouble in my younger days trading with the system, it was over optimized. I want to need perfection. I don't need to have perfection. You know why? I know the odds. I know it's making money, so I should not worry about a small loss. And as long as I have decent stop management, I'm good. Now here, we went from 1.0, which was alpha. We looked at it and said, okay, maybe we're ready for showing it live. We did not get there until we were 2.0. By 2.02, we were running it live. So a couple of minor changes. We have run that probably, I don't know, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Along the way, we said, well, we write it. Why? Yeah, it's you get to a point on the code. Listen, the CI that you see here, is there a CI here? No, there's a CI. There we go. The CI that you see here took me 9 lines to write. 9, one less than 10, one less than 10, without the encryption. Encryption is a different animal. But just a raw code, if I open this up, which I'm not going to, if you take a look, is 9 lines of code in there, okay? 304, by the way, it's not 200 lines. The indicator is 200 lines. The system is 400 and something, about 450. Originally, when we were writing the indicator for this, as we have one that actually shows at night. I mean, at what you call it, in the chat room. Let me go there. Here, TSCM. There we go. This one. Okay, you see that? Let me go there, and I can zoom in, right? So if you go here, this part, this is about 600 lines. Why we do that? That's a wireframe. That's like a markup in the aircraft business. In wireframe, you're doing PC boards, printed circuit boards. That's the kind of to tame the technology. You write it. It's not a system. It's actually what's called the strategy monitor indicator. So, and the trade session lingo is an indicator. But it gives us a chance to build it as a mock-up, understands its interactions. But because it doesn't trade, it's plots. The strategies don't plot. Indicators do. So that's why we need to have two inputs here. One is the indicator, one is the strategy itself. But here's all indicator at this point. You have to keep your status, the conditions, this, that. So a little bit longer. It's about 600 lines. You could imagine what's going on there. Okay. So that's what we did. 3.02 was 3.02. We wrote 2.02 because we wanted to get rid of the spaghetti code. Steve would appreciate that. Get rid of the band-aids and make it solid, so it's not breakable. And then there were a couple of minor stuff. One was an essay. We have to get a strategy automation ready. Remember, you could do an ATR, you have some vol calculation, you have an average price, you're running multi-contract, you say, buy this. Guess what? If your price was 15530.21, it won't execute. It won't, because it's not a valid price. You got to make it a valid price. It moves in quarters. NQ trades in quarters, right? Four ticks becomes $1. Each dollar is $20. So every time a tick moves, it's $5, right? It just P&L out of your account. Because remember, it's constantly mark to market. So some of that we had to do. There was a couple of error we found. So it got us to 3.04. Then we wrote the manual for it. The manual is posted. It is right here and we send everybody out a copy to look at. It is in our back. It was called the landing page. That's right there. And if you look at it, you'll see it's on Amazon because there's been a lot of downloads. It's even though it's released on Friday, there were a couple of minor stuff that was typo. No code change. Okay. We just added the link there for the disclaimer. Remember, CFTC is watching all of us. Okay. So we have to give you the bad news. If you click there, it'll make sure you read the bad news. And actually, they want you to read the bad news. But then the other one was hold on, let me go back. Sorry, it doesn't let me go there. Let me go this back. Okay. The big difference was this one. There were some questions about multiple trade per session. It is set up. This strategy is set up to do one trade per session, one winning trade. And we'll try it twice. If the first one fails, it'll jump on the other direction, the second one. It would not do two at the same way, okay? Because something is wrong, it failed. Because it's also a small window. You have a 15 minutes that it goes there. Let me go through that. You see the white dots? Remember that white dot. You see the white dot here too? This is the window to trade in terms of initialize. This is the window to decide which way to go. Now, sometimes we get sausage. Remember, these are the boys from Chicago, okay? Most of them are Italian or Irish. So they try to trick you. It's a thieves market. They're not going to tell you where the market goes. I had an Irish fellow I used to hang out with in Chicago. He would say, if I want to buy, big guy, not small. If I want to buy, I'll sell first. Huh? Yes. If I want to buy, I'll sell first. If I want to sell, I would buy first. Why? They're trying to bring you in. The sheep shall be slaughtered. Remember that. Yeah. Uh, so that period is spent to figure out, based on some parametric equations, some pattern recognition, and some vol, which is the most optimal way we're gonna go. And it gives you two. It gives you two targets, and they go up here immediately. One long, one short. Okay, and everybody stops. Oh, why using a stop? Please, please. We've been doing this for a while. At least understanding how you operate. I go in my dome with that stop. Let me show you the dome I'm talking about. As a matter of fact, this will be added tomorrow. You see this in the center? Actually, added tonight. We took a picture for you. We have to clean it, and then this will be attached to this simulator. I'm not going to run live money in this account. This is not what you guys are seeing. I have confidential agreements. But we'll put it, there's a dummy account, sit there, it says the account number, and it'll go through. Even though it gives you P&Ls, you can actually, on the dome, see what the orders look like and what's coming up and down. Okay? It's with a little more clarity. We'll tie up a little bit to give you more space to look at. And of course, this will be replaced with the post IB. We estimate for that to be I can't say 2 weeks. It's more complex than this. I'd say probably 4 weeks. We'll have even though we're 80% complete, this last 20% is going to be a bear. I know that. We will release when it's ready for preliminary one. It'll be marked as alpha. Okay. We're not in beta on this. We're in alpha. We're probably going to be out of beta on this first part. It's the first part of the first hour. This is the balance of the day. As a matter of fact, Peter, who's here right now, he is awesome in moderating what these things feel like and why. Of course, he's been with me a couple of years and is one heck of a trader himself. But he has a very good command of what to expect. And for those who have been in a webinar, in these chat rooms with us for the last month and a half, you see how he has interpreted that while he was waiting for me to finish this. Now that this is pretty much finished. If we have an issue, we'll come up and say, hey, we have an issue. We have to rework it. But for now, for all practical purposes, this is finished. And the user guide is released. We're going to go here. And we're going to work on that. But in between, you'll see what the trades look like. It's all automated. You actually see if the price comes, you see the orders pop up. The order comes and hits it, it gets filled. Why? More clarity for you guys out there. Why do I look up here? We had 4 of these boxes, got rid of 2 of them. The 2 were filled and canceled orders. You know what? Let review mirror. That's behind you. Who cares? What matters is where you are now, where you should be doing. So your position and the actions you have to take. Now, once the 2 trades are hit, I'm saying, what if the 2 trades are hit in the channel? Let me come back here. Let's go to actual live chart. Here we go. So when it went long here, okay, and I can open up this. There's a feature here. Hold on. Okay, when it went long here, okay, you're going to start seeing activity in those boxes on top. This box on top. It tells you, okay, cancel the other one. The short leg is gone. Oh, why? Because we're long. Now, what is the long one? First part. That was one of the issues we have. On the first part, put the safety stop. That's it. It's not even give you target. Why? The beauty of these breakouts are you don't want to get out early. You're going to leave something on the table. Okay, of that period. Just that period I'm talking about. That early in the morning. So let's go here and cancel that. This early important morning, it is a directional push on it. So now we have 3 long. It went filled. It went up to the target. As it fall back, the intermediate target was hit. That's a long exit. So you have 2 left. Then there was the BE trailing exit, which means that you can't lose on the balance. Once the one is gone, there were 2 left, 2 were taken out. You see the angle down there is a little bit upward. That's because we also cover commission and slippage. Okay, just a tad. So you can't lose. So you sit there, you execute it, and go. Boom. And up there it tells you what those levels are. Now, each bar, some of those stops will be recomputed. That's for sure. Okay, not the BETRL trailing. This is break even trailing LX, not that, because that's a given. We know where we got in. I think it's 3 ticks above it, you get out on the long side. On the short side, it's 3 ticks below it, so you can pay for the commission. But this one will be changing, and in between, if it had gone up, then that would have changed. If you go back, let's see, the 43% day. You want to see that? Okay, let's go there. And then we also had the 18% day. We've had a number of 10% days, unless we had a loss too. Last Tuesday we lost a little bit, 4 or 5%. The losses are small. The winners are huge. I'm going to show you the results. 1 second. The MFE and MAE. Now, again, this is what's happened live in the chat room. This one made money on the one, and then break even on the last two. Now, some of you have gone there and jumped all out. More power to you. The machine is giving you a signal. You could do that. 1 bird in the hand is better than 3 in the bush. Take it. Don't even laugh all the way to the bank. I'll laugh with you. Not a problem. That's a good thing to do. But you see where it went long? I'm sorry, it went short, and it went all the way to here. That's not bad. That's a lot of soup money. You may not have to trade that week, depending on how many contracts you put on. Okay? So pay attention and don't trade a couple of days. Here's the routine. Don't trade a couple of days as you come in. Okay? Some of you are already on beta testing with us. You've gone past that. Then trade the simulator. Okay? Then trade MNQ. Then you trade NQ. You gradually build up to that. Why? You got to get acclimated. You can't just jump in here and say, I want to do this. Here we go. Here we go. Okay? Bada bing. That was last Monday, the 18th. Isn't it? Oh, that's 21. I'm sorry. That's a good day. Let's go to 18. 18 is killed it. I was rubbing my eyes, saying, what? What? It kept on going higher. Here is good. What's that? 20th? Yeah. Yeah, that's the Tuesday. I think this is the one we lost, right? Yeah. We lost 2. This is very rare. We lost 2. Both of and then of course this is sausage. We hardly went anywhere. In sausages, we're not going to do well. Okay. But the post IB will kick in. The other system. Yeah. Both will be available in the package. Again, not for SA yet. You're not going to be able to run on your machines. And we won't let you do that until you're a happy customer first. Not HAPPY. No. HA prop indicators. That means we got to know you have no trouble with TradeStation. You know why? Tech support. Tech support. Tech support is huge. And we're only going to charge you separately for that. But we got to make sure that you know what you're doing and you understand some of the basics. Okay, here's 18. There we go. Are you ready for this? Look at this thing, dude. Look at this. It just went nuts. Yeah. Now, in this version, because some suggestions for people, we took it 3 levels, 1, 1, and 1. We can change that. If you go to the attributes, we can change that. Hey, go 2 and 1 and 0. We have 3 parcels. Before we had only 2. The first 2 and a runner. Then we said, no, let's be more flexible. That's the beauty of 3.04. Both flexible in the entry and many, many more exits to watch. Why? It's not the winners that make your account. It's the losers that you have to avoid. Think about that. The winners will come. But what matters is not what you made, it's what you kept. So we went big time on the watching our back to make sure the system protects itself. The system will go. Look at it. The system will go. And by the way, on the downside, 3 times faster. Why? Fear and greed. This is greed. It's going to be gradual. Fear. Yeah, remember the 1,000 points at the open on the Dow on August 30th? It was a Monday, 2015. Where I said 2 months ago, sell Apple. It was 2 ticks below, $2 below its peak. I said, sell that sucker. Your target is 90. For 3 weeks, it didn't move. Everybody made fun of me on the Stocks and Jocks radio program. Okay? And then look what happened in, I agree. Before it says, we're paying 22, we'll see. That's possible. We're definitely getting ready for that. When we make these highs, remember, there's more fluff underneath. Much easier to fall, a bigger fall. But that day, only 6 weeks later, it hit 90. Go look at Apple daily. And there was a 200-day. And it dropped, majority of that drop from like 110, 112 into 90 in one 5 minutes. Monday open, we are down 1,000 points on the Dow. Okay. By the way, needless to say, our boys covered that short, but the goal was, as delineated to them like 2 weeks before that. This is on the Stocks and Jocks radio, so you can go there. It's all recorded. Their time is stamped, their archive. I said, take the money from Apple. In a way, think about you loading some money on your short side for your margin. Keep the short; it's going your way. But take that money and buy Amazon at 440. Target is 1,000. They laughed at that too. Not so long. I sold mine at 1,200 because I'm a schmuck. Look where Amazon is now. But there was zero cost. We paid for the Amazon long from 440 using the Apple short. Why? Panic. That day was massive. Hey, went to our target. And I was giving myself 3 months. These are all on the Stocks and Jocks, not my website. I don't keep it. It's you go there, the archives are there, stocksandjocks.net, and you could hear every episode you want. After that, I would get the drum rolls. I would come in. They're just like, where do we pray? I said, no pray, please. Yeah. Can we kiss your ring? I said, no, please, because I'm going to make a mistake. I'm a trader. I was lucky. I got lucky. The chart said we followed and we held on. And plus, the following year, I sold at 1,200. You think that was smart? Look where Amazon is now. No. So, plus zero cost. Imagine you financed it with zero cost and you didn't hold on. How schmuck that is. So as Moran wrote the other day, agreed. If you open the Yiddish dictionary, you're going to see my picture there. Yeah. So anyhow, so on the downside, it's going to be much faster. Just the fear will come in. So that's the upside. That's that. Let's look at some strategy results. Let's see where we are, and then I'm more than happy to take some of your questions. Okay. Again, before we go there, let me let's go here. This is the performance summary. Again, we don't go and publish and say this, that, and this. We just look at very generally. Is it positive? What's our percent profitable are? And of course, you're gonna have some. For example, something went wrong here. Okay, it shouldn't be that high, but something went wrong here. Maybe stepped out, or maybe it was a gap down, what have you. But you see what our ratios are. I probably have some sort of error here. I have to take a look, but I just put this on. But you can see it's still positive there. The issue is how far we fell down. Positive both long and short because it doesn't have a bias. Our profit factor, we've been around 160. So I've got to take a look at why this one a little bit too much. Okay, it shouldn't have gone that far, but I got to take a look. Most importantly, if you come here again, you can see that this is the problem is right here. Obviously, the one that we published last week with the results, you'd see. Yes, it also dropped down, but I'm not worried about it. You're gonna have some sort of hockey stick. Here, let's hold on. Is that that's not a? How do we go there? How do we? Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, if you see that, you'll see. And the new highs are green. You could see that. This is more typical. We have set up for. I probably have something wrong here. We have set up for 600 per contract, so it's 1,800. There's no reason for you to go to 4,000. That's something wrong there. But you could see what it has done. It should be around 50,000, and you see what's running at 46.5. That's accurate enough. Now let me go back here to. No, hold on. Where's my? Oh, there we go. Sorry. And then what matters? Oh no, that's that. So let me here increase that. So you could see what the we have goal. Our goal has been always try to get around 70% profitable. That's very good. That's very good. If you optimize and this gets around 90, 95, you're fooling yourself. Stop. Don't go there. You don't need to be that accurate. What matters is how good is your stop management. Okay, and proof of it is live. People see Saturday, they see the order comes. Hey, boom, do this, do that. Again, not into showing the back test because a lot of that's what we show all these disclaimers. What matters is that yes, it does work. More importantly, come and sit down and take a look. We gave probably last 4 weeks live test every day. So, and then we're going to continue to do that on the second part, which is the post IB. What happens after IB? By the way, speaking of that, here's a. Hold on, let me close that. That goes away. Okay, this is the IB levels actually. Let me take two things out here. That's the first hour. That's nothing to do with me, by the way. First hour, HA it does, but not that. First hour, high and low. So let me go and take these two out. That this was crucial in the development of the ORB. As a matter of fact, first results were a little bit too wild, not good enough. But here's your thing. Look at this. Okay, this is today. So this is the first hour. Now we modified that slightly to be better tradable. Remember, you got to do SA. You got to do automation. And for automation, you got to make it so that prices are fillable easily. Otherwise, you're going to shoot. You get a great price, but it doesn't get filled. What good is that? Ultimately, the goal is for this to be fully automated. And I think in Q1 we could be. Not Q4. It's not practical. And those who want to have it automated, we provide to you in two levels, one for hedge funds, which has much bigger contract limit, and then one for retail. But we want you to be using our indicators a little bit, so we know what the basics are, even at least 1 month, without getting that, so we know you know what you're doing on trade session. Right now, tech support is an issue because of COVID. So who's that tech support for basics? I'm not talking about our indicators. I'm talking about how to turn this sucker on. It's me, it's Nancy, it's Kevin, it's Peter. It's just too much for us. I want to be so rather than going to a system and get into trouble and you immediate results, no, you're going to be using the indicators a little bit first. These are drivs of that, slightly different, a little bit more sophisticated, but then we know you got it. You're doing fine. Okay, graph before. Let me go there. Okay, hold on. Let me see which graph. This one. Yeah, that's a trade number. Okay, you're talking about this one. Yeah. Yes. Is this the one? We're gonna have some losing trades, senor. Yeah. Yes. You're gonna have some. We never said we're gonna have win. We're gonna give you all winning trades. You're getting used to the option package you're in. You're spoiled. No. Yeah, we have some. We're gonna have some. Yeah. I showed you what we were this year. I mean, this week and last week. You're gonna have some. The issue is how much the drawdown. There's something off here though, from standpoint of. I mean, this should our results should be around here. 3 contracts, okay, at 600, and I do believe mine is that set to that. Let me take a look here. Hold on. What's this? Is this the one? Yeah. Let me take a look at it. Hold on. Yeah. So, okay, if you do customize, there we go. It should be set to 1800. So something is off on my numbers. I'll figure it out. But you're gonna have some losers. Let me go to detail of that. Hold on. Let me go to that because you get not here. I'm sorry. Let me go to the detail of that here. No. That's the chart. I'm gonna go here. Okay, there. Let me open. Okay. We actually I think sent that out back then, but here's how that works. Oh no, sorry. Again, I'm rusty. I'm not. The indicators I can do with my eyes closed. Oh, you go to sorry. You go here. There we go. They changed some of the stuff on 9. So what you do is there's your trade list. It actually tells you what trades you have. Yeah. So something went off there, I believe. I don't know what. I gotta take a look. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, you're gonna have these are a little bit outside. Something is wrong. Okay. But yeah, it triggers wrong. Yeah. So there's like for example, in May we had that problem. Yeah. So the targets or stops we've recorded it. Probably that's why we recorded it. John, I don't have it memorized. But here's where it worked. This would be the bracket, okay? So I'm sorry. This is the bracket. This one. This is the downside. This is the upside. So that's why you see the point there. So if I go there and I say, hold on, where's that? I can go there and say, I can tell you fills. I don't know what it stops for. Okay, John, but it shows it. You've been there. It flashes in front of you and it says what to change. But if I go here, it tells you this is today's trade. So 26, 948. Here we go. Buy at 647, and it got out. So it made 515 and 320. So it made $800 today for 3 contracts. Now, what were the stops? Intermediate stops. This doesn't record it, but we have it on the video. It was there. Where do you see it? Up here, senor. Up here, as always. Johnny, you've been here. So it's there. No, I don't put it. No. That's per day. I wasn't doing 5 per day. No. It's 2 per day. There's no. We're not allowing max losing trades. We're not doing that. We're just doing 2 per day. Is the only max we have. Yeah. That's a good question, Ashley. Is that you're allowing for a max of 5? No, we don't. We're not controlling that. We only control. We just reported how many it had. We're only controlling per day. Why? I'm sorry, per opening range. Why? Because you can only go long or short. If that neither of them are working, you're done. Now, yesterday we had none, and some people got upset. Hold on, is that 18? Hold on, what's this? Yeah, that's 18. Let's go today. Let's go today and we'll go back. Yeah, there we go. So I think you were there yesterday, Ashley. Okay. This is 26. Okay, let's go back. There we go. There just was not anything tradable. Did not fit the criteria. Okay. So right there. So we went long. I'm saying it was trying to go short, but never got there. Okay, and never was trying to. I'm sorry. Here's a trigger. So remember, this is where it closed at 9:45. To sell here or to buy there, neither of them were hit, and this was the window. If this area, neither of the 2 legs are triggered, we're done for the day. Now, good thing is the second part kicks in, this part, but not yet. We got to finish that. So, one of the things we did was that we got you involved. We brought you into it. We showed you what's going on, and you saw each stage. And there were times we were saying, "Don't trade, just watch." This is not it, guys. Okay, why? You would appreciate what's involved. This is a journey. It's a process. Okay. Do we feel it's almost ready or is ready? Yes, one of them is. The other one isn't. Okay. But again, actually, we're not limiting the number of sequential trades, the losers. We're just limiting per day because you can't. This is 3-minute bar. It's hard to say how it repeats itself next day or it doesn't. You see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Now I know you're a system trader. You may have other issues there that you've tackled. I'll be more than happy to learn from you. But currently, we don't have that yet. And that's something we could take a look at. Say, if we did 2 days of losers, or not 2 days of not trading is not an issue. But let's say we did 2 days of losers. Do we take a day off on the third one or not? So, but I will owe you guys one answer. We'll go back and take a look what Yusuf just brought up, which is what happened there early on. But frankly, that's not. This could happen easily, but with any system. Hold on. Some of the systems I've seen it the other way. They start early and they just lose. Yeah. So remember that. Yeah. So now we've had different market texture changes. Yeah. Let's hold on. Murray, hold on, Murray. Hold on. Are you sitting down, Murray? Let me ask you this. Hold on. Let me show you. Well, no, I'll ask some questions. How's that? Okay. I know it's not going to be fair because I'm a hard ass. I understand that. But hold on. You're telling me it's the same texture? From we look back 6 months. Are you telling me it's the same texture, same texture, not picture, texture in the last 6 months? Or for that matter, forget that. Let's look at NQ. Oh, we're trading NQ. Is this the same texture? No, each day is different. Some days it's going to win some days it's not. Can we curve fit it? I won't. That's the Russian roulette you're playing. You don't have enough experience then. That's what it says to me. You cannot curve fit it. You can't be perfect. You got to have low degrees of freedom and let the machine think. Otherwise, in a pass will look excellent. 2 weeks later, you lose that count. So you have to let it have some play. Yeah, well, because they're doing first of all their size. Secondly, it's a good question why Ford say. This is why I started looking at what GS, MS, and UBS are doing. Because the market structure changes, but their trading profits, a lot of that is they're also lending. They're long and short. I mean, they're giving you stocks, and they have income on those lending from you. And then when you get caught, they you pay up to them. Yeah. I mean, sometimes that's the only place in town where they have a stock for you to borrow to short. But on the other side, then you got to pay every once in a while. Also, they do a lot of money. They do a lot of in prime brokerage. A lot of that stuff is from prime brokerage. It's very unique what size they do. That and also what do you call it? Especially now they're a bank. Now they're also a bank. Especially also J.P. Morgan too. Bottom line is, um, I think we have something decent here right now. Live testing proves that. Do we have all the data? No, you're always going to find a losing day. You're going to have a losing week sometime. One of the areas we saw problem with NQ was here in the original setup, right about here. Right about here. You see this? Yeah. There's a part in May that just drained us, okay? But not these. If you have range, this baby is in. Remember, opening range breakout. Look what the word says, opening range breakout. So if you get into this is sausage. We're going to get caught. So best thing is but you don't know. Remember, this is rear view. When it happens, already done. So what you do is what? Cautious, keep the size small, and get tight stops. If you get hit, you get hit. Now, you get out. You need to get that stop management and the size and volatility measure in lockstep with market structure, and you do fine. I mean, now, was it yesterday? I preempted the machine, and somebody says, "What are you doing?" I said, "Watch." I said, "You know what? Admiral Tico is going to get on the microphone and tell you, sailor, you need to get some tea and you need to read some Rumi. You're talking too much. Hold on. Guess what? I was spot on. Now, was that a skill? No, I was lucky. But I know I wrote the machine. Well, I wrote the state, the department. I wrote the SOW, the statement of work. What the mission is. What are we trying to do? I wrote that. I know what the machine is supposed to do. As long as the coding is there, I think by 3.04 we're verifying it is. Then I know what the machine is supposed to do. I preempted it a little bit. Okay, I won't because well, it will confuse you guys. But that's how you make a little bit outsized profits by getting used to it, and you understand. Oh, if this thing's coming, this is a good chance to do that. You know, A, B, C, whatever. Cause and effect, and where should be my stop be? One of the key items is that you get what the ATR is doing and what Sigma charts are telling you. And so, listen, a couple of days here, we did very well. You know why? Because it's just like orbits, electrons changing orbits. As we went through that, it was easy to catch it, and then you continue. A little bit more outsized at the beginning. But I tell people use 3 contracts. Intraday is 4,000 and change. I think it's 4.6, and then give yourself at least one more contract as a margin, maybe 2. So let's say you have 5. It's about 20,000. For every 20,000, you can trade 1 unit of this. 3 in, and then you peel off, and the machine tells you where to peel off. Okay. Any other questions for me? Let me go back again. No, sir. That's expired. Gary's asking, coming back. No, sir. As a matter of fact, it's been 450 for majority of October, and tonight it goes to 500. DMZ chart, yes, ma'am. Yeah, and December 17 goes to 600. Yeah, we just have peak demand pricing. We have too many people requesting this. So, okay, DMZ. Yeah, I'll send it. I've sent that note several times, Gary. You still have time to lock it at 450. It will be later on tonight. But the emails have been going out. Yeah. When you leave, you cancel the pricing. You lost the script. There's nothing I can do. So hold on. Oh, let me go there on the chart. So this is nothing new, guys. So yeah. DMC chart. Are we talking about this part? Are we talking about this? Okay, that's a good question. Okay, go ahead, Ashley. Yusuf, I'll address that. But because white bubbles when you cross the levels. Okay, and we have two colors. Now, we have a better version of it. This is what's introduced. Hold on. Okay, if you have Happy Expert, which you have access to, Ashley, you get it this way. If it's a pink or magenta, that's a TCM version. That's where trading only has only shown in the chat room. That's not distributed. We have two levels of products, guys. Some is for my fund. That I'm not distributing those. I'm not going to create comparators for myself. Okay. So that's what you saw today, Ashley, in the room. That has different colors, and the magentas are flashing, all that. That's only available in the chat room. Okay. And these bubbles are when we cross these levels. So we cross it now. This would be two different bubbles. This one's coming down, and this one going up. This one would be a magenta bubble. This would be a cyan bubble. Okay. These two both be cyan, because then the colors change to cyan. I may have an indicator here to show. I mean, chart here to show you that. Okay, but give me a chance. But that's how that changes, going up or down. And then when you cross, you hit the crosses, the color changes. That's what we have in the chat room. We see live. Now, what is important, Ashley, is when they coincide. Sometimes, I think today we had, right after we had bubbles. I don't know if it was today or not, but it was one of these days where, hold on, let me see where we are. See that? Yeah. They fall on top of each other. That you want to really pay attention to. Okay. And again, this is the Z21 constant. Okay, the quote. Yusuf, I don't want to get to option side, but very briefly, because a lot of our investors, traders, they are not aggressive like you, and this is an IRA. You can't do that. So, yeah, you cannot. Remember, I don't need theta. Hold on, let me tell you what I have. I just showed it to you, senor. Hold on. I don't need theta. You know why? I got this. And where does it show itself? I got this. It tells you what to do. Why do I want to worry about theta? It's like flying F-22 and you're worrying about, do you have the good brakes that the Cessna 210 has? I'm flying F-22. See what I'm saying? When I see that target, I'm going to blow it out. That's why we have the results we got. If you go back to the charts, okay, this is like, first of all, the exits are basically with Nancy and Peter. I'm indebted to them. But when you go to the charts, here's an equity. You can't do this worry about theta. Are you with me? I mean, somebody who's worrying about theta when this pressure is coming in, they're worrying about pennies and they're walking for a steamroller. I'm coming with Abraham missile. I won't let them to have a second. I lock and shoot and gone. Boom. It's the technology of the trade. Same things apply to the future. But the future is more challenging. But we're getting there. And you see. We'll probably have I don't think we'll have a 4.0 for the ORB, but we'll probably have a 3.05. We could even have 3.06. But that's a work in progress. Now, listen, Aerospace is probably considered most mature high-tech business out there, even more than the IC chips. Okay, you cannot just go out there and keep building model airplanes. At some point, you have to fly them, use them for a mission, be in combat, take the results, come back and do it better. That's what we're doing now. So we're getting into the mission, then come back. Yeah. No. No. Nope. I'm just giving you a hard time. No, no, no. No, we don't do that. No. That's they do on your brokerage. Yeah. What you say? Listen, you counting the pennies again. Yeah, yeah. Don't do that to yourself. Yeah. But I'll talk to you. Don't worry. I'll talk to you. You just no. Here's the problem. If you send me more emails, then you get no discount. I get a lot of these emails from him. Some of them are very good though. But remember, I don't know whether it's in an email or a text. I have to take a look at it. I just don't have the luxury of that interruption. One of my rules is, guys, Peter, Nancy, Kevin, you guys run block for me so that they can take care of these. I'm not good at interruptions. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. What else? What else? But hold on. What else? There's a question I missed here. I think so. Kartik, let me look at it. When the order says LMT target, which is a long profit momentum based intermediate target, could you please broadly clarify that? Yes. It's a sure. Okay. Very good question, Kartik. Okay. Let's go to user guide. Okay. Now, I am looking at where's my copy here? This is 22. I want to make sure we have the 24 in front of me. Hold on one second. Guys, this hasn't been easy, by the way. It's a lot of the last 5, 6 weeks, no more than that. Last 8 weeks, more than that. Last 3 months, I should say, yeah. It's been incredible. Right, in terms of getting things done. Of course, on top of it, look what we did with the options. So hold on. There's a okay, yes, it's before. This could be a print issue. 1 second. Let me get to it. Hold on. I'm gonna look at the same copy there as yeah. Okay, I think this is good, close enough. That's a Friday afternoon. Okay. The intermediate level, you get bored. Yeah, but I mean, get a girlfriend. What do you mean you get bored? Get a girlfriend. Yeah, exactly. Hold on, Murray. Hold on. So this is which exit? This is a question that Kartik asked. When the order says intermediate limit, yeah, it's where long or short is the LX and SX. Okay. He's asking me what happened here. This is yesterday, right? Okay. Okay, this one. This is what we have today. Okay. First of all, we allow some room here for it to run. I think up to 10 o'clock Eastern, at least. Not 10:30, not 10, but because this is the oomph part. A lot of times historically, again, this is my experience comes in. 10 o'clock is what you have news, and sometimes you have intermediate high. Okay. Now, once it gets there, once it arrives at that level, we create a vol base. We're not getting into how we compute our vol. Okay. There's a lot of proprietary work. Listen, I was a student of those guys who did the Black-Scholes model. So a lot of that gone in there. I've created it as a black box, gave it to a programmer, and say, build around it. He doesn't know what's inside. Okay. Here's the inputs. I'm computing because I'm getting the data from here. Okay. I'm getting it from this. Okay. And maybe a little bit of volume. I can sense what that is. All I'm telling him is, here's your vol for that period. We do use different vols. You have to. Why? Texture is changing. It's not straight. Yeah. So it's a yeah. Why it's called intermediate? It's because we are past that initial area. Okay, but it's a massage of the vol base. That's all. So and then it's chandelier. Are you familiar with chandelier? Kartik, chandelier stops. It's that if it rises above, you lift it. Okay, but also it lifts based on vol observation. So it's adaptive. We're trying to be adaptive so that it goes up, it's there. It hugs it. We're trying to hug it, okay? And look, now, some of you I know, you've texted me or you've messaged me saying, I'm out. Like today it happened. Fine. Okay, fine. You have that discretion. We're not running this as SA yet. You're looking at it through a chat room. Nobody tells you. What was it? Was it yesterday or the day before? Was I jumped out? I said I'm done, and we never went up. No, it couldn't be yesterday. No, hold on. Was it? I think it was Friday. It was one of these days that I said I'm out, and no, I think it was alongside. Let's see. I don't think it was Friday. Let me look at Thursday. I said, guys, I'm out. Oh yeah, this was it. This was it. I was 18%. I made 18% that day. I said, I'm out, guys. Why? It was in this area. The moment this hit, I got out. I did not sit through that. Nobody tells me I have to do with a gun to myself. To me, a system. Here, we have another one here for you guys. This the whole idea is to take the some say SB1 Momo. You've seen this weekly and daily. It's just a simple trend following. Do I trade with this? No, but the input. Why? Let the machine think and tell me. Without anything else, by itself, in a vacuum, in a pure price and volume says, I'm long, I'm short. Okay, fine. So that machine says that. Now it comes to me as a captain of a 747 saying, all these instruments are telling me something. All right. Now, what am I supposed to do? What is prudent to do? Okay, I'll put it all together and say, okay, I'm going to go long, or I'm going to get out, or should I add or not? In this case, yesterday was hey, I am jumping. Not yesterday. It's again was I think it was Thursday. Yeah. What day is this? This yeah. 10:21. Yeah, Thursday. I'm out because it hit at level area. Remember, this is not IB. It was fairly close to it. As it hit close to that area, I said, "That's it. I'm getting out." Why? Not immediately. Several bars. I was out somewhere in this area. I think even before this hit. And this got hit, and I sat back and said, guys, I'm done for the day. And then guess what? It went back down, came back up. But then this is a time to stop. That's 12:15. Why is that? Historically, we have known. I remember I was in prop trading. I'm consulting for prop trading of Morgan Stanley, 6th floor, 1585 Broadway. And that was about a year, back and forth between LA and there. And then I spent 1 week at Goldman Sachs equity options desk, which is another education. The first day was education, much as the whole week. One of the things I found out, a lot of these guys, by 12:5, they can't get out, the top guns. And they want their 3 martini lunch, so they turn over the missile keys to their interns. So you want to be out by 12:15, that seems to work. That's why I made one of my rules. 12:15 is a stop point. It's like taking off on a carrier or airport. At some point, you guys say, "Wheels up." This is what things I got to do. Why? Because other things could get a little bit dicey and a lot more sausage. And you need a different system to attack that. This is done. This is only launches here, captures up here, and then done. It has to stop. Then you go to the post IB, which we're not ready yet to load. But we have, I think, one of the charts I showed you guys and confused everybody because that was the post IB. Post IB has worked, but I'm not sure it's there yet. So we have to work on it a little bit more. Does that make sense, Karthik? Yeah, there's a lot of issues I can't go into. That's our edge. We're not getting into our edge, but we'll describe to you the concept behind it. And if anything, hopefully, it's encouragement for you to pursue your own. Okay, as my mom would say, you can't take your brain with you either. Okay, so some of my mission is also not to fish for you, but teach you how to fish yourself, and then you could go there and say, okay, I want to pay attention. If I could do it, I could do it. And you can't. I don't have any edge over you. I probably spend a lot more time on it, but you can change that priority and you can get there. Okay. Anything else for me to look at? Yeah. Don't go to Vegas, Gary, because training never stops there. And you'll never be bored. Yes, exactly. Yes. Any other questions for me? By the way, some of you have access to the. Okay. Yeah, I know, Gary. Some of you have access on the system. We're not going to stop that. Depending when you come in, we're giving you 4 weeks. But if you were there from like August, we have extended you because we want to get to the stage. So you've seen really the development of it. And there's some of you who just came in. We've given you a month. It's going to go somewhere in November. That's fine. It's up to you. That's not a problem with us. But that's nothing to do with the price. Price is going to have its own schedule. Your trial has its own. So the two different issues. Now, so some of you that means nothing. I understand that. But those are more price sensitive. Act today. How do you get in? It's very simple. We'll change it, I think, around 9 p.m. today, Eastern, because I think our cutoffs system-wise is 6 p.m., if I'm right. I don't know. What do you call it? Larry would know that, but I have a rough guess for it. If you go here, and this name is going to change, guys, this OTF. Will change because, and we can't call it happy because it's not an indicator, it's a system. So this will become, and we'll still keep the light in, the OTF light in there would be a smaller sister of it. It'll still have its zooms, but that's how you get in. OTF light, just click here and go. But no, this has been 450 for, I think, all of October. Here's the history of it. I think I wrote it there. It was 400, I'd say probably most of this year. Yeah, most of this year. Through August. I'm sorry, through September, something. Through September. October went to 450, or late September went to 450, as we found out how much work is involved, and also what the results were. The results were fantastic. And then November, which is now starting, will be at 500. December 17th is the anniversary of the Wright brothers flying over Kitty Hawk. I'm always fond of that day. That'll be at 600. By 700, we'll get to SA, which is sometime in January. Now, along the way, the second system will be added at no extra cost. That's included. Okay. The only thing, if you want to run SA, we want you to be using indicators first, a little bit, so we know you're okay. Our problem is if you're having problem with the indicators, tech support. Remember, TradeStation is not there. If you're new to TradeStation, that would be a problem. They're just beginning to come back in terms of COVID-wise. This is the first month, I think, or I would say first 2 or 3 weeks now. The numbers in Florida have improved, especially southern Florida. They're in southeast, I'm in southwest, but it's scary down here. You still have to be careful. So we probably have to take a biggest burden of helping you. So we want to do it in stages. So because why? You got to understand. Here's a chart. This is see this. You got to understand how to manage these and what they mean. And I can't come to you as, for example, CIDCI, coming to you and say I can't help you right now. Come back in the afternoon. By then, you could be history. Literally, you could be history. No, ORB is part of this. Actually, we'll be called, as I said, Jeff, that's a good question. This system, this package will be called, we're just going to replace the name. That's all. The pages are going to be the same, except OTF will be a little brethren of it. It will be called Eche Prop Day Trading Systems. We were not planning to be in that. We were just kicking this around. We had no idea it's going to have results like this. Our purpose was to do the options. All we were trying to do was this. And when this thing came so good, I said, holy mackerel. And people just drove in. I said, hold on. Let's look at what we can we use it for futures or not. And so then exploded. And look at this return. Let me look at this results. This is 3 months. And we've used only about 60% of the money. It's 40,000 to initial. We're at 19,000 up, so it's 59, almost 60. We have only used 60%. No, we never went over 24,000 of the initial money. Look where we are. If you look at the return, it's been phenomenal. But we said, listen, this is money you put aside. We do the conservative route. Look at the win-loss ratio. If we could do this, imagine what could do as a futures, because that's a huge fuel rocket. Listen, the initial test of this, and it was too good to believe. We cut it back. We said nobody will buy this. Nobody will believe it. Yeah, it was up with the 3 contracts with a $9,000 drawdown. So that's 14. That's 23. For 3,000 was worth 78,000. First test. I just said, no way. There's no way, nobody, I wouldn't buy it myself. I wouldn't trust it. So we cut it back on the upside, okay, so that we have a better downside. Listen, talk to Marshall. He trades with no stops. Listen, if you have infinite money and you have no stops, you'll always be the richest trader in the world. But that's not practical. And the drawdowns were going to stop people saying, no, you can't, I can't, or A, I don't have the stomach, or B, I don't sit there. You can't have any stomach left, and so you can't trade my money either. So either the person who's trading is not going to accept it, or people who are holding the account. So I trade through the discretionary at the TCM, take your capital management, and say you can't do it with my money. The drawdowns are too big. so we had to say, okay, let's be prudent on money management. When you cut back on that, also your top line drops. It's risk reward, right? You can't have one without the other. So so Jeffrey, this setup will give you both the Zoom room and hold on, let me go here. Where did that page go? Okay, there we go. This setup will give you the Zoom room for the OTS we have that you're gonna get because long term that's good, useful. Okay. Plus now this page. Remember, you have three parts of a puzzle. Let me go there, guys. This was not cleverly put together, but again, I'm not trying to impress you. I don't need to impress anybody. Here's what I'm trying to do. This is give you the system. This is ORB. Post IB is going to come here, but this is GoToMeeting. Then there's two more logins. Let me go to a login page. By the way, we need you guys to use first name and last name. We're not going to be nice about that. I mean, instruction Kevin has is to dismiss the person. And if you don't listen, you come back to the same thing, you're out. Okay, these two will go in. Okay, NQ is NES. These are the Zoom rooms. This is OTF. Now, what's the link for the top? That's for the GoToMeeting, but that's not on now. That is on from 8 to 5. From 8 to 5, that link shows up. Also, when you go here, it does the same thing. There's an extra link up there. But it's disappeared now because it's not open for you to come in. So you get 3 rooms. 2 OTFs, 1 this system. Now, the chat is in this system. It's got audio. This one's got the NQ OTF has got some audio. It's got a different mic, and I'll talk on that. Admiral was going to get involved with the ES, but he's just too busy. He's just too busy what they're doing. So we're basically concentrating on the 1 Zoom, 1 GoToMeeting for OTF. For NQ. And why NQ? NQ, Jeff, trends. It trends better. It's like CL. It trends better, okay? And it's very deep. The problem with CL is you have no internals. You only have price and volume. That's very risky. Of course, you can do some spreads, but I'm not 10-year, 20-year veteran of NYMEX. What did you call it? Said Bertram Malkiel, head of economic advisors at White House, and my first econ teacher. He says, understand the construct of what you're doing. So I've got to understand the inside. I don't understand CL. Okay, I mean, listen. My dad was probably very crucial in raising the price of OPEC oil from $3 to 12 on Yom Kippur War. Okay, by sending a couple of tankers into Haifa. Okay, and getting a note back from General Rabin saying, "Thank you, Colonel Hamzy. You helped us again." He was in the 67 war also in the Sinai. But that has nothing to do with me knowing oil. I was a student of also Charles Zavi, advisor to all those despots or kings or whatever you call them. And he also told me back in '97 at Princeton that Iran is going to implode very soon. I've told that to the Shah. I'm no longer willing to be economic advisor for Iran or Egypt, and I think also Turkey. Charles Zavi came from Cambridge. Very smart guy. Passed away about 2000. You see me mentioning him in the book. I did the only thing I really did that was extensive was I did a non-concessionary contracts in the Strait of Hormuz with ENI, which is an Italian company that drilled for gas, not for oil. That became the model for OPEC. But that doesn't mean me an expert in trading CL. Okay, so I'm going to trade what I know, what I understand. I've been a smooth transition from ES to NQ, which probably started 4 years ago. So now I've adopted NQ. Why? It trends. I can be a position, it goes. The problem with ES, back and forth. back and forth. I get sick and tired of it. Yeah, and also it's a bigger point, so people are not willing to give up because the burn is too much. This is a little bit easier to jump out. So I'm in Q, guy. I love it. I'm going to stay with it. I'm going to trade what I know. Yes, Kosh. Oh, yes, sir. Follow up on intermediate target that you expect. Is there a separate set of up targets before the tele? Yes, yes, yes. You said it. Yes, yes. It does. There are different targets that will come up, and I have to go through the code for you, but I can't disclose them. But you would see, what do we do when he shows up here? There's a name there. You would say what target it is. You could see the value is. What you need to do is move now. By adding the dome, you're going to see it also on the dome. Are you with me? You're going to see the order. Obviously, maybe I have to move it up and down a little bit in terms of the dome itself to see it. But as it approaches, you see where you are, which one it is. But the value would be up here. And the name of the workspace and entry name. See that? Or exit name. The names are there. So you could see what you're supposed to do. Yes. They're wall-based. There are a variety of wall-based based on the texture, time of the day, texture, and IB level. Yeah, where are we? We resort to this IB. Yeah. Obviously, here's the problem. Let me say this. Hold on. Let me go to a chart. Okay. Obviously, when you're in a congested area, you need a different type of a stop. Okay. It's very sophisticated. We spent a lot of time on this. And we didn't have that early on. Probably the most of the last month was just on the exits. Yeah. Not the entries. Entries were fairly simple. You have a channel, you have a breakout up or breakdown below. So, and you buy it on stop. By the way, our entries are all on stop. The profits are on the limit order. Entries are on stop and stop managers are on stop. Okay, so let me do this. So the order to take you out because it's not going your way, that's on the stop. Order to get you in is on the stop. Because we have a little filter there, and that's variable. Why? We even haven't done sensitivity analysis yet. We will. This will get more robust. We have to get there. Listen, we finished 3:04 on Friday. And we were running late, but we had to make that detour. We said, no. Well, rather than push it all at once, we're going to separate the two deals, ORB and then post-IB. Post-IB is not here yet, even though I have a working model. So I'm not plotting here. I can show you here, but actually, you know what you've seen. There's far more sophisticated in the chat and on the chat. Here's a picture of it. You could see. Let's see, where am I here? There we go. There we go. You can see far more, and you see it flashing when these colors change as you get closer to it. Yeah, because it's trying to get your attention as an indicator. Now, why do we do that? Simple. We wanted the programmer wanted for me to watch those events. I make some notes. Okay, here. Also, he wanted to have for my request and suggestion for Peter to better moderate for you. In a way, Peter and I are the IB post-IB system now. Okay, we are because we have to work in the afternoon too. Now, I'm not a big fan of trading at lunchtime. Why is that? Go back. Let's go to IB levels again. This comes from experience. If you come back here, hold on. Okay. You notice that when we get to lunchtime, you see the move. Oops, sorry. Hold on. Let me open that. There's a little bit more data. This is a good question, guys. Good question. Okay, let's go to 15 so we can go back and be more flexible with our sample. Okay, but let's see. See this? Opening range. Look at what CI did. Exploded up. Look at the slope. Remember, slope and color. So it did that, crosses, drops a little bit, it levels out, but the price is much even tamer. What is this? This is sausage. I try not to touch this. I try to come back here and say, at what's happening at 2:30, 3 o'clock, look what happened. Look at the volume. Volume comes, it starts getting a life and starts moving. This one I want to trade. I want to trade all of that. So, and what's the volume? Volume is a U. Up early in the day and end of the day. People who have actions coming in from night before, somebody they talked to, or they want somebody suggested to them, or there was an email, and then depending on end results, or it could be even short that they have a margin calls. Remember that there's a long and a short. So volume becomes a U, and you could see it. Here's the U. Big volume there, big volume toward that. These two areas I want to trade. Why? My OTF does better too. Why? OTFs look for block trades. OTF here is worthless. So I go to swim. I go do shopping. I go get something that Tico needs. I go and do a car wash. I do things to stay away. But Peter is here. Peter said he will walk through, but he's going to give you same disclaimers, same caveats saying. I mean, you look at the chat today. How many times you said, guys, be careful here. Be careful there. Why? Losing money is easy. Losing money is very easy. Just give it. Tico can lose it. Or get a blonde girlfriend or whatever. They'll don't lose it, they'll spend it. But you can lose it in a sense. It's out of your hand. It's easy to go. Making it and keeping it is crucial. Now, nothing against blondes, but there are a couple of blondies here in Florida that we have some issues with, but that's a separate issue. That's personal. Anyhow, they're great spenders of other people's money. Yeah. Remember Daryl Hannah in with Gecko? Yeah. Anyhow. Okay, so no, is there a separate set of up targets? Yes. Okay. Did I answer that correctly? I don't think so. Let me go back at it. Let me take another stab. The up targets are these dots. Okay? As it gets closer, it becomes more of a reality. Okay? And you get an update. We have also updated the upside. Why? That's why we went to 3 slots. 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. Because actually there was a 1 day here. Let me see. Because you got to be practical. Okay? There's a play there that it was actually, we had 3. You see this? We had 3 of them. So see, this one is 1 out, 2 left. This is what's left. Okay? You go in, it's 3 long. 1 out, 2 out, went to 0. There's one of these that did 1, 1, 1. If you, in the ideal world, you want to be there. Now, what differentiates that? Exits. Up targets. Yeah, upward targets. Yeah. So yes, we do. Yeah. Yes, it's simple. You just give again, follow the instructions. That's all it is. Now, the only difference if you want to say, but the machine follows the instruction for you. Yeah. The machine is not giving you a decision. It's not asking you for a decision. It's just telling you. Why? Because parametrically, 69% of the time is correct. Right? And that's what you want. You can't have 100% of the time. That's a curve fit. There's not, you can't think on a data that's never seen. What if we drop 200, let's say we drop 90 handles on S&P at the open. What do you think your system is going to do? If you have told it exactly what to do. You can't think. It can't think. It's looking for something very specific. No, it has to be able to think. It's very crucial. That's very crucial. To say, okay, I'm looking, for example, on the post IB, I'm looking for clusters. I'm doing a count on the clusters. Not how much I've dropped, but how the clusters look. Remember today? Remember how that came back? Yeah. I don't know. Were you there, Kosh, today? I think you were. In the chat room. When I was getting nervous, I was getting behind. I was semi-pregnant one account. I was doing bad on the second account. I said, oh, Jesus. And then I said, wait a second, guys. Keep the count. I think we should be it. And there was a false one. One of them was false. The one after that was the real one. And we rallied. And then I just added a little bit more. Got to some target. I look at my piano and I say, you know what? I'm okay for the day. Let me go swim. I don't need to get everything. Let me just go swim. Okay. Any other questions for me, guys? I'm okay. I have time. It's 6:42. It's not that bad. It's gone an hour and what do you call it? 40 minutes, but I started late. Any other questions for me? I'll be more than happy to answer. Don't want to leave anything unanswered. I know a bunch of you guys over the weekend jumped in. I understand that. Listen, we're gonna have a space issue. In the trial, there were 97 people, and there still are. The trial hasn't finished. I mean, some of them have still ongoing access, and the room has 100 counts. So, you know, as we move forward, those who got in, they've secured themselves a position. Those who haven't, I don't know what to do. I'm not gonna go there. Worry about that. Plus, there's so much support we can give, and probably that's a good number. 100 is a lot of people in the chat room, And this is a complex system, so that's where we are. So those of you who jumped in over the weekend, more power to you. Hopefully, last 2 days have been good. Yesterday there was no signal. Something there's no signal. It didn't meet those requirements. Okay, but today was okay, not bad. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Remember, we've had was it a couple of days ago? It took 2 trades. Both of them made a small amount of money. It was like $800, but that's how it turned out. Not bad. On 3 contracts, $800. It doesn't have to be 40%. That's that's almost too good to be true. It cannot be happening. When that happens, everything lined up. Everything lined up when it went. Yeah. So Jeffrey, am I clear on the billing? There's only one billing. That's the chat room, which includes 2 chat rooms, exclude 2 chat rooms, 2 Zooms, and one uh, a GoToMeeting. The GoToMeeting, because it has the audio and it's got decent chat. I like it. It's more robust. The folks there, of course, much older. Zoom is a much newer product as far as chat is concerned. I've been with GoToMeeting and GoToWebinar since December of 2007, right before I left California for Chicago. And I know I knew you before that. I realized that. But Jeffrey's a pilot. He flies. But anyhow, professional pilot. So anyhow, we it seemed to me that was a better chat experience. And also, one thing I should tell you, it does not have a transcript when you're not there. When you're not there, when you log in, your transcript starts. When you leave, the transcript is as the day goes, it's being written to your drive. But as you leave, not me. You leave, it finishes. That's one of the shortfall. There's no what do you call it, a master account. Or even though because I open it early in the morning, I'll have it. If it need be, I can send it back to you guys. Okay. You don't have to open your tracing account. Why do you have to open that? You don't need to have a tracing account. You don't need to. You're not going to be running this. I wouldn't count on that yet. We have a lot of hurdles to go through to get to that. What you should do is just sit in the chat room, trade on any platform you want. Yeah. Don't guys, hold on. Don't go and go back to your tracing account per se right now. We're not there yet. Okay? You can if you want to trade manually there. Okay? Or for that matter, why can't you trade in a platform you have now? What platform are you using now, Jeffrey? Just stay with that. Listen, the SA execute this. The strategy automation is a challenge. Yeah, on any platform. Yeah. And I think, as a matter of fact, we're also looking at interactive. Yes, we are. Yeah. That's one of our projects is to see. Here's the why. If I get this the way I want, it would be for my fund. Do you know how many funds have already approached me? Yeah. So I want to really have bulletproof platform to trade this as a system, and that's to me is interactive. Yeah. Now I don't like necessarily programming with them. I've seen their API, but I don't need to do any charting, right? All I need to do is instructions. What I will be doing is this part, the SA part. I don't need to plot there. I don't need to do anything. It's hands-on. Actually, I can monitor it from here to see what they're executing. What I like about interactive is that in the heavy usage markets, everything's been fine. Yeah, they've held up. Where, like, to me, what it is a disaster. Thinkorswim, absolute disaster. I mean, it's good for novices. It's not good for serious people. TradeStation had also a couple of bouts of slowing down a little bit, but then there were other guys who just got wiped out. So, some of these bar one names, I wouldn't go. The small brokers, I wouldn't go with. Yeah. But to me, the sophistication of this level of work is only 2 places: TradeStation, which I think is even better in some of the stuff it does because they started as a back testing and idea generation. Remember System Writer and System Writer Plus? That's this whole company was about. Back then, it used to be called Omega Research. And then interactive because they're good for money managers. When you do multiple gang orders, like our option trading, not by me, but by PTI, it's done through interactive, IBK. Any other questions for me, guys? I will post this. The moment we're done here, the post processing starts. I will send the note out to everybody who attended with the video. Actually, everybody registered. I also remind you on the link and the pricing so you can take advantage of it. Okay, guys? Anything else I need to answer? Karthik, are we okay? He is a very interesting character. He asks a lot of good questions, so I appreciate that. Kosh, you okay? All right, let's see. Gary, you're never okay. I know that. Hi, Ash. Everything good there? Did we answer everything for you, Ashley? And Yusuf, you and I have talked. You know what's going on there. Yeah, we're doing a little bit different there on the option side, different animal. Yeah. Nidal, awesome. So you connecting from Middle East, huh? Good for you. Okay, good. Okay, she travels a lot. Yeah. You can't. You don't have any time. Send me an email. Okay. We're good. Okay, contact. Okay. I'll call you. Gary, I'll call you. Okay. You worry about your top line. Don't worry about your expense. Talk about top line. I trade less. Okay. Yeah. Part of the problem sometimes, Gary, is you. Like myself. I'm not just saying on you. Me. But I make a mistake. I look in the mirror. It's my mistake, not somebody else's. So, today I held on a little bit too long. Okay. I was a little bit too optimistic. That's wrong. Cut it off. Yeah. Now I got lucky. Came back. But you know what pressure? And also I add more. Yeah, that's not good. I don't like to add to a winning trade. Now I know if it snaps, yeah, then I've got heavens. But what if it doesn't snap back? Yeah, more pregnant. Yeah. So that's not the way. Okay. Are we okay for me to close this session? Are we good with all the questions? Hey, Zach, welcome. Glad to see you. I just noticed that you're here. Tim Coronet, you didn't ask me any questions today, Tim. What's going on? By the way, Tim, please use first and last name in the chat rooms. We have to do that. No worries, Ash. No worries. Okay. Again, we'll do this where we give you access to a room, but not, we're done with this part. But let's say in a couple of weeks, we'll give one day again open to everybody, or maybe once a month. We'll see where things go. Or once a month. Maybe this is for October. We do one in November. But you have one day access to come in, take a look. Okay. We got to be somewhat logical. Part of our problem was support. That's an issue, and before we can support you, we got to be in a good place ourselves. Well, we are confident. There are a couple of questions I couldn't answer here. I wasn't happy about that. I will though. You'll see the next webinar will be better than this. Remember, this is my second webinar ever on systems because I left it. I left them back in 96 probably. Yeah, 95, 96, I left them. I said, this is not for me. I got to build indicators for myself so I can trust. And of course, first thing I did was to put correlation, which is not TradeStation. It was an Excel package. So, there you go. But it's interesting how things work out. All right. I'll bid you all farewell. We'll see you in the morning. And I'm going to put ES back online here on the Zoom. We took it down so we use the bandwidth for this GoToWebinar today. All right. Thank you all. We'll post the webinar shortly. Take care.